What? What do you mean? Oh, hell no. Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Lee. Welcome back to Kona. Let's get it. Alright. Did I explore? No, I didn't explore the rest of the house. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends. The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after. A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
Okay. I'm not reading this. Nor this.
Not a single weapon was left. All of them were gone.
Ooh. Ammo? Would that go for my gun? Not your hammer. Would that go for my gun? No, it wouldn't. So that means it's another weapon I can get somewhere. Now, I've been here. Wait, there's an arrow. There's an arrow on that car.
The crossbow bolts had the same origin. Carl was sure of it. Who was it? And more importantly, what was being hunted like this? The air was freezing, right down to the bone. Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay. The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snapped. What a waste.
What the f...
It felt like old people were all these walls could see for years. The Lachances could hardly be blamed for wanting to freshen things up a bit. The general store, along with several more infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown. What a mess.
There's a damn bug on my monitor. I'll tell you, I can't with these Asian beetles anymore. There's like an infinite of them.
Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable. Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love.
Why am I doing that?
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days. Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in.
Turn frame. That's kind of stuff to take. Oh, it doesn't show up, but that's kind of stuff to take pictures of. I'd like to assume that's a house.
Carl felt a cool, tingling sensation in his back. Another vision took over him. Something was hidden under the stairs.
Oh.
The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him.
Rifle, okay. Wrote that down, I think. Yup. Footprints to here.
Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately.
Oh boy. Haven't been
It
here.
seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house. The vision's veil was lifted, and he was back to reality. A reality in which Giselle, Gilles' loving spouse, was motionless, frozen in ice.
September, mother once told me when I first met Gilles, I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot. And as the years fly by, I'm seeing the truth of her words. This, that, okay. Not only that, blackmailing idea. Let's be honest. Okay, wow. That's kind of rude.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought. Given the punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional. Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
Alright. Letter, number. One letter, three numbers. One letter, three numbers. One letter, three numbers. Turn this music off. Turn that off. So let's do B 1948. B 1940. Oh, three numbers.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in.
You know, usually if I just have trouble, I just look it up. I ain't trying to do that this time. I'm trying to actually...
A murderer's diary. Carl's detective training compelled him to write some excerpts down. What sort of monster could give life to such a bizarre tale?
I really wish I went in these houses in order. I didn't know that before. There's more of this. More of it. So he ran this way. I'm gonna go back.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary. What could these engraved numbers
739.
mean? A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl. The vision slowly faded away, like an icicle melting in the palm of your hand. Carl, back in the real world, now knew who the icebound man was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
I see one. I'm not afraid to pop you if I have to. If I say that, then like 5 roll up. Sit back up. Alright, let's get them off. We good, we good. 9. William Hamilton is a crook. He has been blackmailing everyone in the village, myself included, like the infamous Seraphim Powder. I might have said that wrong. In this document is proof of everyone bribe paid by Hamilton to the federal authorities in regard accusation of the state of mind. Henchman is instill terror within the village. Will not sway. Okay. Written with different ink. Hamilton is not only a crook, but a murderer. Okay. There's still a vision I haven't completed. So I should go back there. It's at that arrow place. Oh, where the car was. I think it's at the end of the road, actually. Does that at least show where I am? Oh, it does. Well, that would have been useful. How do I get to my cameras? Here. No, I want to view it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to view the photo. Like, seriously, dog. Zoom in. 1948. Didn't it show an address? To this road. And it has a loop.
A true Catholic
Beer
always
bottle,
strives to
small
keep
tea,
lowly
cigarettes,
temptations at bay.
matches.
Obviously, Carl thought, someone in this house wasn't doing a good job at upholding the Holy Bible's teachings.
Empty gas can. Bottle.
Carl was no burglar. He didn't need to resort to petty techniques such as window breaking to find his way in. A good detective simply looks for keys where gullible souls hide them.
Close
The
up.
house smelled like incense, the kind that reminds you of the good Lord, of peace.
No loose change, okay.
Religion was very influential throughout Quebec many years ago. Indeed, it was surprising that Carl did not come across a single chapel since arriving here. The empty cradle sent an eerie feeling down Carl's spine, as if minutes ago someone just grabbed the baby and made a run for it. Who knew that giraffes thrived in the North Pole? The craze for toys was stupefying. Love of religion and ancestors was rooted deep inside the hearts of Canadians of old, to which the Bedards appeared to be closely related.
August 14th,
The
1970.
Bedards had vacated the premises. Carl gathered they would be of no help.
Oh, y'all can read that. I was aware there was a second page. I'm
Dream
not.
catchers originated from First Nations legends. They were used to trap nightmares.
Actually, thing about them dream catchers, when I put mine up, I got nightmares. That was pretty weird. Y'all can.
Shame that the family had bailed. Carl would have had a few questions for Jean-Luc, a close friend of Hamilton's. Carl smiled at the sight of the nicely protected garden. Hopefully, the Bedards had managed to dig every last potato out before the sudden snowfall. Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Okay, y'all can read that. The game doesn't pause when I read, so I'm trying to hurry up. Or I get killed. By, the coldness. Don't worry, you got some time. Ooh, this is the closest I've been. I think I've been here before, right? Yeah, 100%.
Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought. Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
As far as I know, we completed division here. Yeah, this place is still smoky too.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good finder reputation. He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamotte's lands.
Crowbar.
large antenna in the middle of the path, undoubtedly ideal in attempting to communicate with little green men, was quite awkwardly placed. There had to be a lever to control it, maybe behind it. Carl would have to figure out how to reach it.
What is that? I'll grab that.
The machine seemed to work. Carl sent out an SOS. No reply. The electric terminals appeared to be linked together, but for what purpose? Carl rejoiced at the unexpected source of heat, but not as much as his freezing hands.
Oh, blue wire. Put that man down. Over here. Then it goes to here.
Open sesame. So that's where the generator key was hiding. All that was left was to use it. At last, so big an effort for an oh so tiny piece of metal.
I hated that, just so you know.
Carl deducted this was a map of the area. Were those pins pointing to places of interest? By following the plan, Carl was led to believe that the snowmobile's parts had to be scattered about in the vicinity. A bit of gas, a new spark plug, and the key, and this thing would run perfectly. All he needed to do now was to find all that.
Comment qu'avez-vous pour revenir de même?
Ah, quand on cherche, on trouve. Parce que je t'aime bien à cette heure, je vais te dire quelque chose. Tu fais bien de prendre ma pénice. Parce que par là-bas, tu vas rencontrer le vrai froid. Un froid qui glace comme t'en as jamais connu dans ta vie.
Another instance of this magic ice. What was this one doing? Lying on the ground, so afraid. The plot thickened like water into ice.
He
had been running in fear from something creeping towards him, against which he couldn't do anything, only to end up like this, petrified and cold.
You done? Something happened?
It seemed as though Régin had been ready to take up arms and slay people like Hamilton. Could he have committed murder for his cause? Who could have gotten killed in front of his very eyes?
Right here.
Ice seemed to take over this place like mold. That wall wasn't there earlier. How was he going to get out of here?
5, 4, 3, 2, Huh?
The ice, oddly, did not budge despite the powerful fiery blast. Something was definitely rotten in this place.
I'm looking at the video. It's already pulled up. I'm looking at it. Why it glows in the dark? Holy. But, this ice wall part, I might have to look up because I didn't even figure it out at all. I'm gonna see if I can pull up my truck. Cause I'm not willing to walk all the way here. If I just waste Oh, I'm already... Okay, well, we're just gonna go.
Another diary. Carl felt like someone was trying to communicate with him. Or was it simply the result of happenstance?
Wendigo.
Right until that point, Carl had believed that the object of this crossbow hunting had been a ravenous wolf who was terrorizing the village. But as he noticed the height at which the bolts had been fired, he concluded that the beast had to have been as tall as a man on his feet, not unlike a gorilla. The thought was chilling. Carl had found what he was looking for. He needed to get back on the road.
No. I believe in the Wendigo, I ain't gonna lie.
Carl reckoned that the place was still inhabited less than 24 hours ago. His detective sense tingled, revealing to him, or was it the strong smell of wilderness in the air, that there were most likely two men. Pierre the poacher Blais was definitely not the one who lived here. Indeed, Carl learned earlier that the man had recently been shredded to death by, allegedly, beasts. 2 blankets. There were doubtless 2 people here, Carl reckoned. The jacket was still soaking wet. The poor man had, surely unwillingly, had a taste of the pond's water not too long ago. According to the pay stub, that poor man was Alexandre Blais.
Man, we're gonna have to use that firewood in a minute. I haven't died once in this game.
Unlocked. Carl felt...
Yeah, drop all your stuff,
kind of disappointed that he wouldn't have to solve the mystery of that padlock.
I'm not disappointed. What? Come on. Be real.
The door had been busted down violently, and a burnt smell filled the air. Half of the cabin had been consumed by flames. Carl surveyed the chaotic scene, noticing that someone appeared to have intended to use the furniture as bonfire fuel. Carl had no idea how such a mess could have occurred, but he knew it didn't bode well.
Man, these wolves, they're making my heart jump, man. And this game ain't really that scary at all.
2 more victims of this ice plague. Carl felt a chill down his spine. What if he was next? Carl felt the strong pull of a vision overcome him.
The freak.
A young woman.
Huh?
It looked like a simple hunting accident. There was Hamilton. Carl recognized him.
Okay.
A major hunting accident.
Oh.
The doctor examined the young woman. But death couldn't be overturned. She was dead. It was not the type of body you buried in a big ceremony in the village graveyard. had to be hidden. No one could know about this.
That's just...
The best way to do that was to have a simple-minded man bury the poor girl. Lamotte, the mechanic.
Wow. Didn't take accountability. A doctor killed him. The gas station guy.
The doctor denied the unfair death of the young woman, but Hamilton had him in his grips. Hamilton knew all of the poet's secrets and wouldn't hesitate to reveal them. I know all about your crimes, you little communist. You know mine. What a sordid affair. Carl understood the ins and outs of the affair. A woman had been killed in an unfair accident, and a young warrior had damned himself to avenge her. But Hamilton, the one responsible, had already been killed, and so the beast could not quench his thirst for vengeance. And now, recklessly, Carl had pulled the bolt from the beast's heart. A beast who was but a young free man lost without his fiancée, and who had, out of hatred, become Wendigo.
What? What do you mean? Oh, hell no. You got me messed up. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. This is the Wendigo. Oh yeah, you just keep walking. Smoke a cig while we're at it. Smoke a cig while we're at it. This ain't that scary. Not gonna lie. I'm more just shocked. Here, you want some meat? You want some meat? Take some, take some. Throw that. Throw the steak at him. Here, you want some more? You want some more? Take that. My bad. We good, we chillin'.
The narrow passage sheltered him, but for how long?
I don't know, but I ain't trying to stick around. Yeah, it's for sure the Wendigo that killed everyone. Holy hell. Or that froze everyone, which is killed. No. But you're not like Jason, get out of here. Yeah, he mad. Yeah, he mad. Look at him.
When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Could it be that all this was but a story of justice and vengeance? The soulful doctor, avenging his fiancée's unjust death by avenging this young woman as though she was his lover. Are these passionate feelings not precisely the kind of feelings that could cause a storm, petrify people deep inside, create monsters?
If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, click the bell icon. I'm gonna link in the description, and I'll see y'all next time.